Hey guys, it's Victoria. Some of my videos I've made have been kind of controversial, you know, me talking about people. So today I'm gonna talk about fictional people. I made a list of a bunch of fictional characters I just do not like, to be honest. Some of them I have some people get very protective over fictional characters, even though they're not real. I wrote down a list, because of course I did. I always have to show you guys too. Like some of them, like I was explaining before, some are valid, some not as much. Like some of you're gonna be like, oh, well, duh, they're like a bad person. And then some are gonna be like, oh, well, why do you not like them? I'm gonna be like, just annoying, really. I feel like this will be a fun video idea, I think. First one I have, Riley Matthews from Girl Meets World. She used to piss me off. Like, I genuinely could not stand her. I'm so sorry. Like, she was actually so annoying. She was like the bubbly, main character type of character. But I just found her super annoying. She was like very over the top, you know.
Get 49, 50. This is the song where I'm brushing my hair. What's that? What's that? Do the other side. Okay.
You know, she suffered from extreme main character syndrome. Like the whole class would stop every freaking episode so that way her dad, who was her teacher, could teach her a lesson.
My education should not be based on your daughter's moods.
The other kids in the class don't even speak, bro. I mean, obviously, because they don't want to pay them, but I just think she's very annoying. Yeah. The next one also might be actually probably more controversial than Riley, because I feel like a lot of people don't like Riley because she's kind of annoying, but this one you might, it's like 50-50. I've seen a lot of people really love her and a lot of people not like her. Nene Salazar Roberts. Now, she's from High School Musical, the musical, the series. I don't not like her as much as Riley. Like, Riley really used to actually piss me off. But Nene doesn't as much. She really doesn't. She's just it's just certain things about her that she does sometimes. Like, I liked her a lot more when she wasn't such a main character, because honestly, she was the most boring main character in the show. Like, kind of happy when she took a step back and Gina got to be more of the lead, because Gina's just a way more interesting character than Nene. Like, Gina just has so much more going on and there's a lot more growth that can be done from her, where Nene, her only thing is her career driven. Like, personality wise, she's very boring. Like, she doesn't have any trauma. I know, they're gonna be oh my god, but why should she have trauma? That's kind of bad. But yeah, but if you're watching a fictional show, you obviously, the characters need to have more depth to them to make them more interesting. And also, there were certain things that she would do that were just very, weird. I feel like her personality was super inconsistent. It didn't really make sense to me sometimes. Yeah, and sometimes she'd be, an asshole.
Yeah, excuse me. Over here? Yeah, I know you don't know me very well, but guess what? You probably know him even less.
And then sometimes she'd be, over the top sweet. I can't tell what even Nene's personality is supposed to be, what her main personality is. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, so that's why I don't like her as much. I love Olivia Rodrigo, so don't be oh my god, you don't like Nene, so you're hating on Olivia. No, Nene and Olivia are two different people. The next one I have is Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. I know, this one I don't know if this one's gonna piss people off or not, to be honest. I feel like it might, just because he's a, you know how people are with shit that they're nostalgic for. They're so protective over it. But I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to rip into him a little bit. Because low-key, if you really, when you watch the show, you're oh my god, this is so fun and silly. But when you really start to think about some of the stuff that Zach does, you're wait, what? You are kind of insane. You're kind of crazy. Low-key very selfish. He's always trying to do something that's gonna benefit only him and nobody else most of the time. He's very quick to throw his friends under the bus, especially Screech. Especially when Screech was his longest friend, but he treats him the worst. Low-key a player and low-key misogynistic, but him and Slater both were, so
who cares? Kiss me.
Honestly, a good thing to watch is Zach Morris's Trash. It's a series on YouTube. I don't remember what the guy's name is that made it, but they are so funny. Those, you can count every time he did something kind of fucked up. Every time there's a video about everything that he's done wrong in the show. So yeah. Next we have Chuck Bass. I don't understand how he got a redemption arc. Chuck Bass is from Gossip Girl. I forgot to mention that. I think it was like the first episode or like one of the first episodes. He literally tries to essay somebody. Then he just is like the whole show. He's just so toxic and disrespectful.
I told Chuck I'd take either you or the hotel. He chose to give me you.
When you said it's over.
I'm sorry, I just don't like him. I don't like the way he talks. He talks like this. Ew. Like, no. I don't understand how anybody likes him. I get they try to redeem him in the show, but like, vibes, he was never redeemed to me. Next we have Belly I don't know how to say her last name, from The Summer I Turned Pretty. She single-handedly ruined a sibling relationship, which is kind of crazy. And their mom literally passed away, and she still was going back and forth between them, even after all that. Like, girl, at this point, if you go back again, it just looks really bad on her part. Like, honestly, everyone's like, oh my god, she's gonna end up back with Conrad. But I'm like, if she ends up back with Conrad, which could be fine, like, I don't care. I don't really, honestly, I'm not passionate about either ship. Like, I don't care if she ends up with Jeremiah. I don't care if she ends up with Conrad, to be honest. I really don't care. I think she has good chemistry with both, so like, I don't mind watching either one on screen. So I'm like, I don't really care who she ends up with. But if she does end up going back to Conrad, it's gonna look so bad for her. The girl said it in the first season. She's a little bit of a girl. I'm sorry. If she knew what was good for her, she would have stayed with Cam. Cam was, first of all, Cam was way better looking than both of the brothers. He was a much better guy than both the brothers. Argue with the wall. She just doesn't make good decisions. Next we have Veronica Lodge from Riverdale. Honestly, I don't feel as passionate about this hatred anymore as I did when I watched the show. Like, I haven't seen the show in like so long, and I don't know if it's because they gave her those like cringy ass like one-liners or what. Like, she just had the worst dialogue out of everyone.
You wanted fire? Sorry, it's your old bombshell. My specialty's ice. I'm so over the toxic masculinity in this hallway right now. All right. Can't we, in this post-James Franco world, be all things?
She just kind of annoyed me. Like, it was just like the way she talked. And I also hated that feud that she had with her dad for like literally like so many seasons. Like, they fought for like a few seasons straight. Wrap it up. Literally wrap up the beef, girls. Also don't understand how she was running a speakeasy at the ripe age of 16. If I remember the show correctly. Her and Archie were like the worst together. I used to think they were so annoying because all they did was I just didn't like her character. She just kind of annoyed me, but it's more on the writers than anything to do with Camila. I love Camila. I love her and other stuff that she's been in. I just don't like Veronica for some reason. I think it is because of just the way they wrote her. Next, we have August from Young Royals, and I feel like this one I don't have to explain. But if you want me to, I will. Literally, I've never felt so much rage watching a fictional character in my life. The first thing I did when I watched Young Royals for the first time was play the first episode again and watch the whole show over again. Like, literally, right after. I'm not even joking. Like, I finished the show and then I watched the first episode again, and from start to finish, watched the whole season again. So, yeah, that's my show, bro. And if you follow me on TikTok, you know I've made so many TikToks about that show in particular. So, I love it a lot. My favorite show ever. But oh my god, August makes me want to literally not watch it. Like, he would come on screen and I would just skip through all of his scenes because he's just that annoying. Honestly, he's supposed to be. He's written like that. He's written to be a really bad character. So it makes sense. But shout out to that actor because he did his job. I hate this man. Very controlling. Also misogynistic, low-key. Doesn't learn from his mistakes at all. And of course, the most important thing, recorded his cousin through a window. Like, his cousin was having an intimate moment with his partner, and he felt the need to not only record it, but then upload it to the internet and out him.
You're not going to jail. You're going to prison.
August, hell is hot. Just know that. Literally the worst character ever. I like actually hate him so much. Everyone who watches the show also hates him. Like, he's supposed to be hateable. He's supposed to be unlikable, so that one I'll let slide. I'll let it slide. Miguel O'Hara from Spider-Man. The only thing I have to say about him, why is he beefing with a child? That's it. Next, Cole Walter from My Life with the Walter Boys. I think that's what it's called. He's a player. He like is stringing this one girl along who he won't commit to while also messing around with her best friend at the same time. Made a prank with his brothers to like prank Jackie. Like, why? Like, how old are you? Like, he's just kind of annoying and he does really shitty things. And people just kind of let it slide because he's hot. And I do agree a little bit. I do think he has more chemistry with Jackie. I will say that. I will say that. As much as I love Alex, I think he's a way better, like, guy for Jackie. But the chemistry between just the two actors is just a little bit better. So I understand it a little bit. I understand why we're Team Cole just like a tiny bit. But like literally the thing stopping me from fully being Team Cole is how he acts. Like, it's the way you act. It's the way you act. And it's the same thing with the pretty privilege. Like, if he was not as cute, y'all would not be rooting for him like that. That's all I got to say. Yeah, honestly, there's more that I didn't even mention, but I will make a part 2 if this video does well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. This was just like a fun little idea. I just thought it'd be fun to like talk about. And it's like about like fictional characters, so it's not like too controversial to like talk about how you don't like a fictional character. So yeah, because some of my last videos have been a little bit more controversial because they've been about like actual people. Yeah, the girls in the comments they were definitely trying to tussle, okay? So yeah, but yeah, if you want part 2, let me know because I have way more that I do not like. And yeah, thank you so much if you made it this far. I don't know why you're watching me. I don't know, like, thank you, honestly, for finding me entertaining enough to make it this far. That's, you goated for that, for real. Thank you so much. Subscribe, like, all that jazz, if you want, of course. I'm not gonna force you, but you should. Okay, bye.